They thought you would chase them. Now they are the ones wanting to come back. After they pulled away from you, they were convinced you would come running back. The silence, the silence, the distance, and the sudden change in energy all felt intentional. Like they were waiting for you to react. They expected the late messages, the emotional paragraphs, and the effort to fix something they were slowly breaking apart. At first, it hurt more than you admitted. You kept replaying conversations in your mind, trying to understand what changed so quickly. One moment, everything felt chaste and everything felt close and familiar. The next moment, it felt like you were standing outside of something you once felt safe in. That shift left you confused in ways you could not easily explain, but something unexpected happened. Instead of chasing them, you became quiet, not because you start carrying overnight, but because you became tired of carrying the weight of everything alone. You stopped forcing conversations. You stopped trying to pull clarity out of someone who kept giving confusion. And that changed everything because they were not prepared for your silence. They were prepared for your reaction. They thought distance would pull you closer. They thought your emotions would keep you attached to the situation no matter how badly they handled it. But this time, you did not follow the pattern. You stayed still. You allowed the silence to remain without feeling it. You stopped checking for signs, stopped over-explaining yourself, and stopped trying to prove value to someone who already knew it deep down, who already knew it deep down. That quiet decision shifted the entire dynamic between you. Now they can feel the distance. They can feel the absence. Not just your presence, but the energy you used to bring into their lives without even realizing it. The attention, the understanding, and the consistency they once took lightly, now feels different because they are no longer receiving it in the same way. And the more the more time passes, the more it unsettles them. Because they expected you to stay emotionally attached to the connection. They expected your feelings to keep you within reach, but now they are watching you move differently and they do not know how to handle it. That is why they are starting to come back, not because they plan to, not because they fully understand what they are feeling, but because your silence forced them to sit with something they thought they could control. Now, the distance they created no longer feels comfortable to them. You did not chase them. You chose yourself quietly, and that choice changed everything. Now they are left facing the reality of losing access to someone they thought would always stay. And that reality is hitting them harder than they expected. They thought silence would make you panic. Instead, your distance forced them to face what they lose without distraction. Now, the person who pushed you away is struggling to accept that what you are no longer waiting in the same place again. The person who push you away is struggling to accept that you are no longer waiting in the same place again.